Hello Legionnaires and welcome back. We're here with Aspern Essling Part 3. We are here with the second day of the battle as the French have got in reinforcements and the Austrians have as well. Both sides pouring reinforcements into a ongoing battle. This is the second day at Aspern and it's the final part of the mini-series. As you may be aware, I'm going to spoil some stuff now, so if you haven't watched the other two parts, I do recommend turning off and watching those first. As you may be aware though, gentlemen that have watched the first two, that Essling has been taken by the Austrians in part 2. So there won't be a second part at Essling because, well, the Austrians took it. There's no Frenchies left over there. But the Frenchies did manage to hold on to Aspern in part 1. So we are going to see a second battle here at this town. It's going to be a tough one, that is for sure. The French, having lost one town, have had serious modifications to their armies. They can't spend their full amount, some of them, and there's certain other limitations in there. So the French are at a slight disadvantage, I'd say, but the Austrians also do have damages to their cores as well. Some of their cores also can't bring in French, as they also have been damaged in the previous battles, you could say. But there are some pretty nasty armies still here. It is, I believe, still 4 Mercenaries, as far as... Oh no, we have Lands over here as well. Okay, so Lands is also making an appearance in this one as well as in part 2. I thought it might be... I mean, the Guard Imperial, of course. How could I forget the Guard is in this one? So it's a very different army, in fact. Big Napoleon... Well, it's actually not here. We have Frederick. So Fred's here instead of Napoleon. We have plenty of guardsmen though, including the old guard themselves. You have the grognards there. They're ready to go in battle. But a building has been captured by the Frenchies. They've managed to capture this one as well. So they are taking plenty of these buildings in Aspern. I don't know if they were allowed to level the town again. I imagine they were, because Aspern was already partly leveled in the first part, which was a very, very good part. I wasn't playing this one, so I have no clue what is going to be the result of this one, but I'm really looking forward to it. I've been told it's a fun one, that is for sure. But yes, if you're enjoying the NTW 3 action and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment to show support. It does really help out the channel. It's the Frenchies left off beautiful volleys there into tight white ranks of Austrians over here. You can see packed together these, well actually these aren't the Austrians, these are Hungarians. And we've got some grenadiers in the back there, and the building's been seized. Oh, so the Austrians actually have managed to take a building here. They've actually managed to take this one here. Again, a big grenadier spam, I believe, is going on in this one as well. As you can see, plenty of grenadiers already lining up back here, so it looks like they are going to be getting ready for that. So yeah, I guess the objective is the same objective that the Austrians had in the first part. Take Aspern, take 2 of the buildings. It doesn't matter which ones, they just have to take 2. And they're putting some beautiful volleys into the side of these chasseurs with Barton. Really, they should have been a lot more aggressive, I feel like, after they took the building and just run down the line like we did in the first part. You could have really stormed the stormed these lines here, done a lot of damage. But I guess maybe the Austrians are being a little bit more nervous as they have less men than they did in the first part. I guess both sides may be a little less daring, but we'll see. The French certainly less so, because as you may be able to tell in the back here, they have 2 whole armies still waiting patiently. Obviously, the French are still employing the same plan, just to have a little cavalry unit, Chevalier of Hesse out here hidden, and I imagine that's going to be having the job in late game of hunting down generals and artillery. So we'll keep an eye on that unit, that is for sure, because if I know the people that play in these sort of games, they like to general snipe. And usually late in the game. It can be earlier, but it's usually late on when it matters most. Put it like that. So if I was the Austrians, I know they can't see this, I'd be putting my generals into buildings and defended by grenadiers. A building has to be captured. Oh, they captured the final one back here. Okay, of course. So the French still hold 3 of the 4 buildings. A little update there. That's all you've got to know. Austrians making pretty good progress though into the town. They've kind of taken this sort of precinct, this third, you could argue. Got this third, and then you've kind of got the far third over here. If you want to divide it like that, you could also not. That's just kind of how my brain's working right now with it. But for Trilliers, or Voltigeurs, in fact, that are getting very much outgunned. They just need to get held back. Looks like the French are going to just give up this front line. I personally think, well, they were getting outgunned. Personally, the Austrians missed a trick, though, in not storming these lines, getting these guys in melee. So I feel like they definitely had the abilities to cause some havoc there. It seems like they got lots of Austrian cav as well waiting for some move. I don't know if they brought lots of heavy cav again. Looks like the French haven't. It was probably all used up in the first day of battle. We got Bard and Dragoons instead. We got big chasseur unit there, 104 men. I can't actually see much other cav over here. We've got a chasseur on the far side. It seems like the French are kind of lacking in cav in this one. The Austrians also, by the way, are cutting off the French. But the Austrians, I guess if they take this building, this could cause a problem for guardsmen and stuff, but it's only just some basic infantry. But it could cause a problem, I guess, for Lanz, who is bringing up most of the cavalry by the looks of it. Lots of chasseurs and cuirassiers. I have seen some. So yeah, small unit cuirassiers there. He's also got Chevalier Lancers, Polish Lancers, and then he has a Dragoon unit back in. This is this is Guard Imperial. So this is now I was going to say Dragoons Emprise, like Empress. They're definitely Guard Dragoons. So yeah, not much cav in the way for the Austrians, but a decent. Sorry for the French, but a decent amount.
Has fallen to the enemy.
Austrians also way out here actually as well. So I mean, looks like they are going to try and maybe stop Lands and the guard on the road, but I don't know whether that's a good idea because it seems like I don't know if they have enough numbers then necessarily to storm the town. We'll see. It looks like they're getting some sappers into the building as well. They're really cramming it full of people. The French. Yeah, line battles is going on just about everywhere right now. I don't know. I feel like this cavalry unit back here has probably the beating of that chasseur. I know the Austrians can't see the French like forces, but the French can see these guys. I'd be shifting more cav over here if I was them. If I was the oh, the Austrians going in over here though. They're sending in grenadiers, and it looks like the French sending in their own grenadiers as well. Angry boys, and we've got more the Hungarians going over here. This is basic infantry, no grenadiers here, but they should help break these Barden infantry. Looks like also Barden infantry being broken there. That will damage morale for these grenadiers that are going in here, and they can flank them. There's actually a lot of Austrians who've been thrown in here, and we've got looks like some basic infantry down here also getting pushed back, actually beaten up. I imagine this grenadier is getting hit from two sides now. Apparently swinging slightly, I can't imagine it is. It looks like there's being a big push through this town now. You can see we've got Barden infantry over here trying to hold back. Looks like more grenadiers. Looks like they're trying to pull out their grenadier here or Austria. And they have route that grenadier, so really well done there. We've got the Guard of Hesse over here, and we've got Carabineers going over here. Yes, these are like a grenadier light infantry. Quite a cool unit. Kind of like old guard, but they are. They're battling in there. They're trying to just really hold the line. I mean, this seems a little bit too much. I feel like the Austrians can definitely flank and fire into the side of these guys and cause a lot of problems. Austria making a lot more progress than it did in the previous assault on Aspern, that is for sure. Where does the French think there's a lot out here? I don't know, but they're setting up a lot of troops unnecessarily, I feel like that. And they're also getting outgunned here. These line infantry need to retreat. They're just getting shot on multiple flanks here by the Austrians. Need me think about that. Austria also setting up, yeah, just isolated units of infantry, it seems, at the moment. There may be an actual front line, but don't know what there is. There's two generals there for the Austrians. That's a big prize there. But yeah, there's two generals there that could be definitely taken out. But here comes Lanz. He's coming up the road. He will smash through these Austrians, I imagine, and try and run towards the town, which is desperately falling out of French hands right now as the Hungarians charge in through these chasseurs with Baden. A lot of German allied troops here today. Kind of nice to see, but obviously they aren't as good as the actual French troops. These guards in there of Hesse also being routed. Yeah, lots and lots of troops actually now routing for the French. Oh, cavalry coming in. This is the Dragoons of Baden going in. I don't know if they actually managed to throw and square these guys, but also just charging into a town with cavalry. It has its own complications. Here we go. We've got cavalry going in chasseurs here. It looks like they're going in against... This looks like a little Austrian Hussarian or something. I think they were trying to take out artillery, which they've successfully done. Yeah, it's a 12-pounder. Managed to take that out nicely. So a bit of a win there for the Austrians. That might allow them to push forward. Actually, this Austrian cav's holding as well. It's not messing around. I thought it was going to break. I mean, it might still. But the morale, like, shot up to green. They actually were doing pretty well. Oh, there they go. Finally broke. The Dragoons look like they're going to come in for a second attempt here in a moment. So it seems like the Austrians might ignore this entire building here and just go hard through the centre. Try to split the French army in two. I really don't know what their plan is. Hopefully they have more infantry than what we can see. Because it still seems like they're really short on a lot of assets right now. A brutal line fight going on out here. This is a large formation of Austrians over here. They kind of look like land there, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I can't remember what they are, but what their name is. But I do remember seeing them in the previous battle, which I did play in, or like in the previous Aspern battle. But yeah, let me know if you've enjoyed this mini-series. It has taken a little while to get this third final part out. I do apologise. I hope you guys have been patiently waiting. But yeah, have you guys been enjoying it? I mean, you guys really enjoyed the Waterloo and the Borodino ones. But yeah, would you be interested in carrying on seeing more mini-series? It's kind of hard to do like other ones. Unless they are like having like actual fixed days, or it's like we've got defined flanks that stuff happens on. But yeah. Oh, General is going to get taken out here. We have a Chevalier. Here's that sneaky Chevalier that's going to take out that General. And that is an easy win there. And there's artillery as well back here. That's just going to get taken out for the Austrians. There you go. That carry over there needs to get across. And here we go. Austrian cav now coming across. I think they'll protect that artillery. But the General's gone. That's a big loss there for the Austrians. Big, big loss. And yeah, they're reacting far too late here, the Austrians. Bolting across the battlefield. Yeah, do let me know if you've been enjoying these miniseries. And is there like another miniseries you'd like to see? Oh, these are Austrian cuirassiers. Yeah, they're not catching any light cav. Look at this line of like running French. I mean, if they smash through now, the Austrians, they can smash through into like these infantry here, and then just roll down this line maybe towards the building. It would be tough. Oh yeah, there's definitely a sizable Austrian force now forming up over here. Still don't know if it's enough to stop Lanz's army and also the Guard Imperial. I feel like they're going to just have the job of slowing down the Guard and Land. But we'll see. Any French you see moving. Hit those damn Frenchies. Putting some rounds into the artillery, I think. Into the cavalry by the looks of it. I don't know what they put in this building, the Austrians, but hopefully it's something good that can hold the line. The Austrians are getting clearly outgunned. They need to get out of there. That's like a big formation of French there. Whether they can just hold this tree line and just use that to fight the French, I don't know. Here's a lot more Austrians as well making an appearance. This is good to see here. Fresh reinforcements here, desperately needed. So good to see. They're going to need those to hold this line over on this side here. But yeah, as you can see, we'll take a bit of an aerial view. Austria, very thin over here. Literally has nothing really. I don't think they're even bothering to make an attempt at an assault there. But on this side, really concentrated. And personally, I still don't know why they haven't been trying to make a push with the cav. I feel like they could try and wrap around with the cav and do stuff. Oh, we have French cavalry now going through here. We have Polish lancers here going into a very isolated German infantry unit here. That's just going to get routed easily. This is an easy rout. Easy kill there for the Polish lancers. Which are gorgeous. I love that uniform. Gorgeous uniform. Poles are one of the best looking factions and best looking units by far and away. If not the best. Okay, so what is in this building then? It is just a basic German infantry. And the French just sent in a basic French infantry. So, yeah, losing on the French kind of makes sense. Looks like they might be about to send another unit in. Whether that will work, we'll see. The guard still not made an appearance yet, still a bit further back. But yeah, they're going in. They're going to... Okay, so the French are attacking the rest of the units outside the buildings. A very common strategy for taking a building, and it's failed. This unit broke, and also I think the other unit broke that was engaged in the building. So the Austrians lived to fight another day, quite literally. We have the Imperial Dragoons over here smashing into the side of these Austrian infantry here, and that's going to cause a lot of problems. I don't think these guys can form square. At least one of them can't. Or a couple of them can't. This one can, a little bit, and it's stopping the Dragoons in their path. Might save this other unit, just about. But one is routing. We have another charge over here from French chasseurs. Looks like they might be repulsed, but they were very close to breaking that unit. This is a flimsy Austrian line over here, and the Austrian unit was close to breaking its comrades. It's a very flimsy line there, but it looks like the Austrians also are making gains over on this side over here. We have missed this, but we have a Austrian cuirassier charge here, bringing an AR carving a path through the French lines there. Very nicely done. And we have Austrian infantry in here. Looks like the Grenadiers are hard at work once again with their bayonets. And I imagine their target soon will be that building. They are slamming to the side over here as well. Grenadiers going in against those chasseurs of Baden. They'll slam into them, and that is an easy one there. And there's a general that's very much, and Massena himself actually is very vulnerable just across that river line. Whether they can just cross, I don't know, but yeah, that is a real risk. I mean, he could also just get shot by the Austrians. It is an age of gunpowder. Oh, they just razed this building to the ground. So they the Austrians decided to skip this building out and just raise it. Looks like they're going to go and hold this one here, which is probably a better one to hold. I just command the river line a little bit better. It looks like the battle's not going to be for Aspern. It's going to be for the area around Aspern. Looks like the French still holding the building. Sorry, the Austrians still holding the building here. Another unit, the 12th line, has been repulsed. Looks like another unit of the 12th line going in. I don't know how the Austrians are still holding this building, to be honest with this. Just this mere measly line infantry unit, but they are. Got a badass unit over here in the brown. I guess this gun emplacement here is also really throwing the French off where to go. Looks like they're just going to throw the guard around, and they're probably going to make an assault for the buildings very soon, I imagine. They'll probably be given the task of taking that building. And looks like we've got... Who is this? Oh, this is Austrian Lancers going in against Chevalier. It's just an absolute chaotic one. It really is. Cavalry over here. Chevaliers, looks like they've routed the guns, and then it looks like the Uhlans here have routed, or are going to rout these Chevaliers. Unless the Dragoons here at Baden slam on in, and they may just take out those Austrian Uhlans and save their German brethren. But the squares here could still break them, who knows. So here we go, what we've got coming forward here now, we've got some just Laguerre, some French light infantry forming up. Got good reloading speed and also good accuracy. Let's get some good shots off here, boys. Gun down some Austrians. Kill them all. Kill every last one of them. Oh boy, that was a nice volley. Look at that, straight down the red morale. Oh, brutal. Actually, oh no, this is entirely different unit. I thought that was the Austrian Ulan surviving, but it's not. It's looking dicey over here for the Austrians, but they've got plenty of reserves. Lots of reserve units over here, which is good to see. They're going to need them. They're going to need to send some of these up, I feel like, as well. There's plenty more coming up now, but they need to get into the front line, do something. Austrians have, yeah, fully smashed through here. The French are on the retreat. They're going to take this building. I imagine it's probably Grenadiers going in for the Austrians. Yeah, Hungarians going in. I don't know what's in the building. Oh, just like chasseurs or something for the for Baden. Yeah, they're not going to hold. There you go. The Austrians are taking that building, and now they need to get across this river line here. They need to start firing, just break through before the French set up properly. Get across. Also, I don't know. You could carry on, or you could just like give up on crossing. Just put a small force here, and then go this way, and then come for the French, and then pincer what remains between the two Austrian armies over here, because they could do some relief over here. Could this Austrian force? We have got the Polish Lancers here. These are guard Polish Lancers, I just realised. No wonder they look badass. And we've got the dragoons over there as well, and they are still routing stuff. Austrian cav is desperately trying to get out of there. Chevalier is being chased back. They're going to run into a line of infantry here. We've got more Austrian cav coming in, slamming to the side of the Imperial Lancers. There you go, they're running for their lives. It's a risky move, but it kind of worked. We still have a Cuirassier in here for the lands as well. He's holding the line. He's trying to, I guess, hold the square in place. Also, oh my god, it's just so chaotic. It's so chaotic. I mean, I don't even know who holds this building. I think it is the French. The Grognards are in there. So no one's getting them out of there. They might as well just give up trying to do that building. It looks like we're about to see lands going. He's going to attack this unit here on the side. Yeah, that's another Austrian unit gone. That went straight down to red morale for a moment. The guns is what they're after, I think. If they get these guns out of the way, this whole French army can advance. So they really desperately need to defend that. I mean, if anything, I'd throw a cavalry unit up, just charge into the infantry. You scare these guys off pretty quickly. But maybe they're still worried about the dragoons. I don't know. These Imperial dragoons burn out, really. Yeah, they're done. There's still cavalry over there for the Austrians that can cause havoc. I mean, really, like I said, Austria just needs to push this way. There's only 4 units, and most of them are like Baden units. Come this way, straight down the street, and then just get behind the French. That's what they should do, and then sandwich them. I think then the French have a chance. The Austrians have a good chance. I mean, they have a good chance anyway, I think. These grenadiers here look like they're going to repulse these chevaliers, I imagine. General's under attack. Not Frederick. He's not getting shot at, is he? How dare you, Frederick? We've still got like chasseurs. We've still got like other grognards over here to come in, and more like chasseurs of the guard. Oh my god, there's still a lot of guardsmen arriving. Looks like they're going to be joining the fight. Sort of in the center. Maybe go for line fight. I don't know. Or maybe just go for a full-on bayonet charge. Who knows? But here we go. Fusilier, chasseurs coming in. The guard is just attacking down the line right now. Fusilier chasseurs and Fusilier grenadiers going in. Yeah, along the front. And they're breaking everything right now. It's just basic like German infantry. You can't withstand a bayonet charge. They're just melee stats, just nowhere near the guardsmen. This is just easy killings for them. Why I still feel like the Austrians are at a disadvantage because the guard are just so good. And right now, unless this Austrian army moves, yeah, it needs to get back. It's going to crumble. It needs to get back and get out of there. Some units are going to have to sacrifice themselves against the guards, but the rest are going to get out of there. They're going to just try and rear charge these guys with other like German infantry. They might rout this unit, you never know. Who's they going to do? It is trying to retreat. Wrong way. I was actually getting sandwiched. There you go, routed. They got one. That's a win. Could they sandwich the rest? I don't know. They could try and encircle them, like do an old Total War tactic, just encircle units. It looks like it's working. Pulling these chasseurs here. It's hard to tell where the front lines are, really, but yeah, you can see what they're trying to do. The third line infantry coming in, trying to countercharge that, break the encircling. Gosh, I'm short of breath. They haven't managed to rout that other Fusilier chasseur. But the 12th line infantry also did take a unit with it. It's such an aggressive move, but it kind of has helped work to get some of the Austrian units out of there. But now the French are attacking further along the line, as that artillery piece I mentioned earlier is gone. So the more Austrians starting to rout. And the French, I imagine, will move forward here. Well, maybe not. These are provisional, a lot of these. They might be more likely to break themselves. We've got cavalry now slamming on in, the chasseurs here. Light cav harassing Austrians as they make a run for it. Going straight down the middle here. The general here is very vulnerable. He could get taken out. Where are the Austrians? They need to just get a move on and get in here. We've got grenadiers now charging down, attacking those Baden infantry that I told them they desperately needed to attack. Centers over here with sappers and other units. I'd honestly leave these guys on the island. Leave them and then just get over to your allies. Try and help them out. Well, cavalry over here, still causing issues for the French, trying to break those sappers and various other things. Honestly, the Cavs more likely to break. They're at red morale. There you go, they're gone. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, they are doing what I said they should have done earlier and just break through. They're trying to, they are sort of breaking through to this Austrian line over here, but it's just, it's in tatters. It's just getting consistently assaulted right now by Lanz's infantry. I mean, it's slowed down a bit now because I think the Guard is spent a lot of its troops, and also Lanz's infantry's mainly provisional and taking a while to move up. But yeah, I don't know. It's finally in the balance. Let me know who you think's going to win at this point. It's very finely balanced. Red is the French, I believe. Yeah, red is the French, and blue is the Austrians. So it's like you can see the Austrians really thick on this side, but really thin in the middle and on the well, and a bit more on this side. I guess you call their left. And this is like, I mean, the French look like they have the beating of the Austrians on this flank, but then the Austrians do look like they have the beating of the French on the other side. But the French are in a tight formation. Who knows? I mean, this is hard to assault this island with just a couple of choke points, to be honest. Like I said, it's probably better to ignore it. And the Guard now, because they see how key this Austrian army over here is to victory, is sending over its troops. We've got Trillier Chasseurs over here. We've got Fusilier Chasseurs. We've got the Grognards here. Trillier Chasseurs as well. All moving over. And those 4 Guard units. Oh, there's another one here. Another Chasseur with the Guard. Yeah, plenty just moving on. More Guard Trilliers. I think the Guard's moving entirely in this direction now. And they're going to just... They'll probably help sweep back the Austrians in that direction. I mean, the Austrians have to win this to keep history alive. Otherwise, the French will be changing history here. Because, I mean, it's... The French see it as a draw. I'm pretty sure Napoleon support, like Napoleon supporters see this as a draw. The French see it as a sorry, yeah, Napoleon supporters like the French see this as a draw. But the Austrians see it as a victory. I'm pretty sure I've read some account of someone saying Aspern Essling was merely a draw. They just repulsed the French. They didn't actually outright defeat them. But let me know what you think about it. Do you think it was an Austrian victory or just a mere repulse of the French? There you go. I mean, the Austrians still running on this side here. I feel like they had at points, they had the numbers that they could have been really aggressive. But they had so many reserves at one point. Still have a few, but some of these I imagine are just... I imagine most of these are rallied troops. They're not going to be good. A line battle might serve the Austrians a little bit better, but here we go. Charge coming from the cavalry on this left flank here. Hopefully this unit can form square. It looks like it can't. Oh, beautiful volley there into the chasseurs. Didn't look like it did too much though for any damage. I don't know if the star above it means it's their general. Surely not, I would have thought. We've got Austrian cavalry now appearing here. Some lancers. If they can charge into the side of the French, they'll do a good amount of damage there. They are actually already looking a little unhappy. A good charge there has helped get the French down the river now and break them. So really well done there. Really nicely done. How could they get across the river and then take a rear look at threatening the French rear? Because that would certainly severely hinder the French. That is for sure. So that might change the French plan over there. Using that cavalry fight. Who knows? Lots of Austrian grenadiers here who have done a great job in taking this town. Now have to defend it as the Guard makes an appearance. Austrian grenadiers might have better melee stats than some of these guardsmen, to be honest. Maybe not the Grognards, but certainly like the chasseur type units. They didn't impress me when we did Waterloo many moons ago. So, and I imagine now they're no better. So we'll see. We've still got sappers and voltigeurs the line in there. There is a little Austrian unit back there, but sorry, Hungarian unit I should say back there, but I don't think that's doing anything exciting. A lot of Austrians that you can see over here. I mean, they are now filing across. They are going to come in. The French should be aware of these, I imagine. The Austrians, I think, are going to just all of a sudden see a French army. Well, actually, no, we can see all the French. There's nothing here. So the Austrians made a really bold move. Allied General dead. Oh, okay. So the Austrian Uhlans back here did manage to find a French general. And it was, yeah, Lanz's general. He was in that chasseur unit. So that's going to cause all sorts of problems with this infantry here, which is basically making up this front line here. And you could see Austria now be a little bit more aggressive in a line fight here. Try and push them back. We have still got Massena over there. That's his fight. I don't know who this is. This is Lanz as well. Yeah, Lanz has got a lot of infantry actually. And yeah, all sorts of trouble it is. That cavalry there, that's Lanz as well. That chasseur unit. That probably losing a fight. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Infantry now running over here. The Austrians, yep, actually beating them. Trio Grenadiers losing. The Grognards have been routed. The Old Guard has been routed by the Austrian Grenadiers. Are they now going to be aggressive themselves and charge in? You need to be careful with the Grenadiers. They don't shoot their own comrades. They don't want to do that. But yeah, in they go. They're trying to get support from across the river, I think, in that line fight. As you can see here. Well, sort of. Not really. The sappers maybe a little bit. I think these trilliers, though, will lose. And those three-slayer chasseurs certainly losing. They're more like light guardsmen. They're okay in melee fights. I can't see them winning. Losing slightly, yeah. And then after that, you're on to Frederick. Could be in trouble. We have got the chasseurs here. Chasseurs, the Old Guard. They're pretty decent in melee. Whether they'll win that fight, we'll see. Yeah, they might. The Austrians are pretty tired, I imagine, at this point. And they also got a better charge, I think, with the French. Could they fire into the side of the chasseurs or just countercharge them in the side? I don't know. Looks like it's going to be a countercharge in the side, but that might rout the Austrians. I'm not sure. It certainly will unnerve the French, but they really should push on. Maybe Frederick's moved, I don't know. But he's moved back a bit. Trillier chasseurs, though, being repulsed as well by the looks of it. One of the Austrian Grenadiers has broken. There's many more to break. And they're charging into a lot of numbers here are the these guard chasseurs, the Old Guard ones anyway. We'll see. But if these guys have really been firing while they were technically in melee here with their unit. They have been routed anyway, but they did also take the Austrians with them. And here we go, look at this. We've got Austrian cuirassiers flanking all these French infantry units here that were patiently waiting to try and shoot across the river here. And it's looking a little dicey now for the French, who, as the red units, are caught between two armies. I mean, this army is a bit smaller, but it's full of grenadiers. That's the problem. You can't engage it in melee, and they have some decent cav. They've got the cuirassiers, which are a real threat. There we go. Routed that unit. Can they get the sappers? They did, and there you go. That's an entire pocket there taken out. Now they're moving on over here. Looks like we're going to see Austrian infantry, Hungarians going in against Baden. Troops here. Again, routing another unit. The general has been killed, though. Was he sniped? Oh, no, he's run over stakes. Oh, my gosh, that's huge. That might change the battle over here. Again, these Austrians are being super aggressive because Lanz had no general. Lanz's corps, but they may have just lost their general. There's a Guard Imperial unit over here still, and I say Trillier Grenadier. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, Trillier Grenadier. It's been kept over here. There's like stiff in the line, but it's really holding. It's holding back multiple units. Incredible. We've got a general here that's charged forward. It's Frederick. He's charging to light infantry. He failed at that. I think that's going to probably be the end of the guard there. That is a sad end to a famous formation. Yeah, I can't see any guardsmen units left. I think they're done. I think they're out. And look at this. You can see the Austrians now are swinging in the trap. They're going to make try and force and close these final units off, which is a good idea. Kill these units off. Kill the French in pieces. Don't try and take them all on at once. Look over here. Just take the line fight. That's fine. You've got troops on the way that you can squish them slowly. There is a whole French force over here, though. That's, I don't know. These are the provisional troops. I think they were just kept in reserve that weren't doing much. Maybe the Austrians will regret leaving these guys unattended. We will see. I think there is also still... Oh, yeah, the Grognards still hold the building. There is still one guard unit actually in the building. they get here. I think they're losing that fight. It's getting a little bit messy over here. French line infantry sending up. The 48th, oh no, 46th. They'll fight for their emperor to the last man. The brave 46th. Look like they're taking on some battered up. I think this is battered up grenadiers here, yeah. They are some beat grenadiers, and it's starting to show. Basic French infantry starting to repel them now. That might work in the French favour. Just the loss of French of Austrian grenadiers. That's what I meant to say. They routed that one, at least, of the Austrians, so that's good. They might get this unit as well, and they might get the final one, who knows. We will see. In come the Grenadiers. They're going to do their bit. Try and rout everyone. There you go, nicely done. In the line infantry of Baden. Won't stand a chance, even though they look like Grenadiers. I don't think they're anything like Grenadiers. And there you go. That small French pocket over there. Isolated, wiped out. And now it looks like the Austrians making an assault over here. Looks like cavalry went in. Chevaliers, by the looks of it. Failed. But they have still got infantry in there. They've got sappers and line infantry trying to repulse them. Really, the Austrians now need to engage here. They need to either shoot them in the back or just charge in with bayonets. So they pinned in a lot of units here. There's a couple of French units there that are pinned in. It's the bayonet fights. They could rout them and then work their way down the line. This could be pretty decisive. The general there being killed off. Whose general is that? I think it's this general over here. Maybe in this guard unit, in this Baden unit here, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. It might be in a different unit. I'm not sure, but one of those over there. That is dead. Another French general dead. And look at that, yep. The French have been pushed out of this choke point here. They're forming squares to try and repulse any Austrian cavalry makes an appearance. But it's now Austrian bayonets that are the problem. We've got a cavalry unit coming on over here as well. Look at this. Smashing through the French lines. It's just too vulnerable, can't form square, or the cannon just too small to even attempt it. And Lancers without morale, you've got to remember, like out of generals, so no morale. These French troops over here, though, have returned. Can they get around these conscripts? They're in large units, but there's probably a reason for that, because they're pretty crap. Francois Joseph here, holding on. He's just routed, as I said. I shouldn't have said anything, so I'm sorry, Francois. But the French are getting wrapped around. I mean, these units here are all in danger of routing. The Grognards are the only, like, sturdy unit that they'll hold for a while. Cavalry has been repulsed, though, here. Don't know by who. It might have been friendly fire. It might have been French fire. Who knows? Still one cavalry unit here alive. And I don't know whether the cuirassiers are still alive. They might be. There is a cuirassier unit, yeah, moving up over here. So they've still got some pretty nasty cav units on the way, and they have all that infantry that's now turning up from the town. It's a unit all the way back there. Oh, it's artillery. Oh, it's howitzers. All right, that makes sense why that's back there. And here we go. Look at this cavalry flanking on round. And here come the cuirassiers. It's going to go straight on down the middle. I don't blame them. They might just scare off the French with the sheer sight of them. Got some, we have got a grenadiers here, though. They might hold. It's a bit of a might. They get a slash and thrust. This is big heavy cav just smash on in. Yeah, doing a lot of damage. A lot of routing going on. I imagine that will affect the Grognard morale as well, but then morale's probably insane anyway. They probably don't know the meaning of retreat. Well, actually they do. Their other unit did break. Square here breaking. Well, wavering. It might honestly break. Even with like the cavalry being repulsed. Like the sheer amount of units routing around them. It's in real danger. Also, heavy cav sometimes can break through squares. It has been seen. Infantry moving up. I think they're going to just charge the square, break that a bit quicker. Honestly, it might need the grenadiers that the Austrians have left to take this building. I don't know. We have got the remaining French infantry over here, these provisionals, which just can't form square, being mopped up by the chevaliers. And it honestly is going to come down to the Grognards. Look at that, 49 brave men. Got to hold the line. They are routing Austrian unit after Austrian unit, though. You just don't know when to give up, do you? In all honesty, the best thing to do, put all their men at extreme range, just in range, so the French will keep shooting, but you'll take minimal casualties. And then just wait until these guys run out of ammo, because that's probably your best bet. You don't want to charge the Grognards while they're firing at you and then go into melee with them. You've got no chance. Look, you can see morale goes down to orange before they even get in the building. And here we go. It looks like it's not grenadiers still. It's still just basic German infantry. Austrian infantry, whatever you want to call it. Grognards winning, yeah, decisively. They're losing men though. That's the thing. You've got to just kill some. You've got to kill them off gradually. Honestly, I just bring up the artillery and just shell these damn Grognards into submission. And the battle for Aspern is going to be decided outside of Aspern. Aspern, long gone, was never being fought for. It all kind of came down to around this building. It's kind of cool. It was nice. It's been a nice battle. I honestly thought the French had it when they just started slamming through units with their Fusilier Chasseurs and Fusilier Grenadiers. And the Old Guard, yeah, just did their thing. And you thought, yep, it's just going to be like any other game with the Old Guard. Honestly, it still could. I'm maybe speaking too early. Maybe the French are going to just win it single-handedly with the Grognards. I mean, the Austrians keep getting routed. That one pulled out of combat. They just need to pour fire. Just like get all these Austrian infantry. They're looking the wrong way to start with. Get them to turn around and start pouring fire into the here. Just try and gun them out. Oh, there's another unit that's returned over here. Oh yeah, these are just like little isolated units. I think Francois is back. Good to see he's back. Also got a line infantry unit over here that honestly might break if that cavalry gets ever so slightly closer, or it might not. These chassis here, they need to be careful. A unit could just sneak up on them and just gun them down. Did they wait for the Grenadiers? They did wait for the Grenadiers. Excellent stuff. The Grenadiers gone in, but I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. The morale when they come in is a big problem. They like the covering fire that the Austrians, the French get, sorry, when you just storm a building. No wonder it took the French a lot of units to take the building. It's going to cost the Austrians just as many. These are all Grenadiers, I think, over here. They're going to have the joy of storming it. They're all failing. Oh my. Are the Old Guard going to do it on their own? I beg that they don't. Please bring up the artillery, Austrian. Just where is it? Where is that howitzer? It's back here somewhere. Oh, I can't see it now because we're looking for the French perspective. But yeah, wherever that howitzer is, it just needs to start shelling this house. And look, you can see that the Austrians are bothering. We're just going to fast forward a bit. I'm intrigued to see how this ends, to be honest, and how the French do it, because yeah, it's going to be interesting. Looks like the French actually they nearly routed that unit over there. I think that was a light cavalry unit. But yeah, they nearly actually managed to do that. So that would have been impressive. That's just run off into the forest. Yeah, it looks like the Austrians are going to sit back. They're going to wait and try something a little bit different. But we'll see what that is. It might also just come down to time. Maybe I don't know, the Grenadiers, they're going to have to do... Oh, they're coming out the building. Oh, they gave in. Alright. Fair play to the French player. I mean, he didn't have to do this. He could have just stayed in that building and kept killing these Austrians. Probably would have been just fine with that as well. He'd be like, yep, I'll just keep on killing you. And look at this, getting gunned down on these guys. Look at that. Brutal. Actually brutal.
Our men are running.
There you go. And their Grenadiers have been routed. I think that's it now. Or the Grognards have been routed, sorry. No, it's not. What was left? Just rout these last guys. Come on. Charge in. Or is he going to allow the cuirassiers to do it? The last honor to the cuirassiers. Yep, there you go. And it's been a great fight. It really has. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's certainly been a fun one. Yeah, if you want to send in your own replays that are as epic as this one, feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description, as it always is. Hopefully, I have the battle results up. Hopefully I've been sent them so I can show you guys, because it would have been an awesome one. It was sent in by Johnny the Buffoon, so well done to him and to everyone else that took part. I'll be interested to see what the kills are like. I mean, we can see Johnny's, I think, as the guard, which actually will be the most interesting to see. Oh my gosh, yeah, a Grognard unit getting 590 kills. That's insane. We've got the Imperial Dragoons here getting 150 kills, 130 for a Fusilier Grenadier. Probably all those bayonet charges they did. The Lancers getting 103. The other Grognard, where is that? Down here, 34 kills. Yeah, to be fair, after those first 3 units, there's a dramatic drop-off on kills. Yeah, the guard did actually not as well as I thought it was going to do. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see the stats still. I'll hopefully put them up. But yeah, feel free to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see more mini-series. Do let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions for a mini-series. And let me know if you're still enjoying these sort of mini-series as well. If you're not, we can just go back to normal historical battles. But yeah, let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one.